Hey, welcome. We are in our GR270 digital imaging for print and web, and or computer imaging, I think it is for print and web. Digital imaging was last semester. Yeah, computer imaging for print, and then we just recently added a chapter on web as well. And I would like to take just a little bit of time going over what we're going to cover in Chapter 1. For those of you that haven't taken a class with me before, this is a very, very busy class. This GR270 requires a lot of work. We cover 2 chapters a week, and we have both Illustrator and Photoshop that we cover over the 12-week period. I give a lot of project assignments and work anyway. Well, this one is a little bit worse even, if you can believe that, you guys. Sorry, I don't mean to scare you away. But so we'll be covering Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 in Illustrator. And we'll be in Illustrator for the first 6 weeks, and then the second 6 weeks will be in Photoshop. So you really don't need to get your Photoshop textbook yet unless you absolutely want to, or you've rented them both at the same time. So, but Chapter 1, we're going to be getting to knowing, yeah, it's a little late tonight, sorry, getting to know Illustrator. We'll be looking at the workspace. The Illustrator workspace features the artboard, the pasteboard, the menu bar, control panel, and tools panel. And if I can just real quickly, I'll try to make this a little bit more clear and a little less boring. I will try to get this up as well as Illustrator so you can see what I'm talking about as we discuss it. Let me bring this down just a little bit. All right, and I already have Illustrator activated, so I'm just going to do a File and New to bring up a new document. I'm going to accept all of the defaults there, and then we are going to slide this over as well so we can talk and look at Illustrator at the same time. So again, this white area is the artboard. This outside area is the pasteboard, the gray area. The menu bar is up at the very top. That's where you find a lot of drop-down options available under each one. The control panel is right underneath it, and that changes based on what tool you have. If you have the type tool, for example, those options on this bar are going to change as compared to if you should have the eraser option, for example. All right, and then the tools panel, and this is without a doubt what you work with the most in Illustrator, so that's always up and available. Even if you do a Shift Tab, which puts all of the other panels away, so it kind of clears out your artboard so you can see what's going on. Your tools panel, your toolbar will stay active. And again, that Shift Tab to bring it back as well. And here's an image of what we were just looking at. Illustrator offers a number of predefined workspaces. You'll find those under this drop-down menu. There's layout, painting, printing, and proofing. For the very beginning, typically we work with essentials, so I'm just going to say reset essentials. And what happens is Illustrator then puts away all of the different panels that I've gotten out in my last project that I was working on. All right, and let's see what else we've got here. You can customize the workspace. If you have a specific way, a specific place that you like the panels to be placed along with your toolbox, you can do that and then save the workspace as well. And again, on the tools panel, this houses all the tools that you're going to work with in Illustrator. The first thing that you need to be aware of that not all the tools are visible. Many are hidden. If you just click and hold, you'll see those tools that are hidden underneath that little triangle down in the lower right-hand corner of each tool. You'll see what's hidden and what isn't, or what you will see what's hidden. All right, and I'm going to get rid of that perspective grid that I just accidentally brought up. All right, so again, look closely and you'll see that some tools have small triangles beside them, and those are the ones that house tools underneath them. To access hidden tools, you point to the visible tool. We just did that, and click and hold, and that will show the other tools that are available to you under the visible one. The small white square to the left of a tool name in the submenu indicates which tool is currently visible on the Tools panel. So if you look at this little square, that indicates that the eraser tool is currently visible in the Tools panel. When you expose hidden tools, you can click the small triangle to the right of the menu and create a separate panel for those tools. So if you click and hold, and then you want to click on this triangle, and that will bring those tools out independent of the toolbar, and you can work with those individually. You can view the Tools panel as a single column or a double column of tools. You click the Collapse or Expand buttons, panels button at the top of the Tools panel. And it's actually not a button, it's an arrow. I think that's misleading, but there you go. And then horizontal lines divide the Tools panel into 10 sections, and you'll see just slight horizontal lines there beneath the tools. There are a number of essential tools that you'll use all the time when you're working with Illustrator. To learn the shortcut key for each tool, point to a tool until a tooltip appears, and then the tool's name and the short key will be there available for you to see it. See, with this instance, it's the direct selection tool that I just chose, and the quick key to access that is an A. You can access all the panels. Now, the panels are the ones that are over here on the right-hand side, but you can also access all of those from the menu bar. So if you come up here to Window, you'll see that all of the panels that are available to you are in alphabetical order, easy to find and easy to access. To better manage available workspace, you can group panels. You can also minimize or collapse panels to make them smaller, but still available in the workspace. So these are, you'll see that these are not collapsed. And if you just click on that, that does collapse them. And you'll see that there's swatches, brushes, and symbols housed together in the same panel. If I click on symbols, that's going to bring up a different panel as well as brushes. All right, and then you'll see that figure that shows the paragraph panel as the active panel in front of the character panel. And there it is. And let's see, come up here and we can get the window, and we can go down to type and bring up character. And you'll see what happens then is there's a character panel, paragraph panel, and then open type. A couple of options that are available to you under the open type. And then I can just click, drag, and drop that over there if I choose to have that put away on the panel position rather than in the menu. When you dock panels, you connect the button edge, the bottom edge of one panel to the top edge of another, and you just saw me do that with the character panel. And those shows you some docked panels. And then the ability to create a customized tools panel is a great new feature in Adobe Illustrator Creative Cloud. In the cloud, you can create multiple tool panels specified for different functions. So maybe you don't need all of these tools, but you only need the drawing tools. You can create that customized tool panel and save it in the Creative Cloud. When you click Zoom and move the pointer over the document window, the pointer becomes a zoom pointer with a plus sign. Wherever you click on the document with the zoom pointer, that particular part of the document area is enlarged. If you hold down Alt or Option, that zoom pointer changes to a minus, and you can then zoom out rather than zooming in. And then to reduce the view of the document, you press and hold Alt-Win or Option and Mac. whatever option, which is on a Mac, and you see just exactly what I told you, Alt or Option, and that will reduce the view as compared to zooming in. Using the zoom tool, you can reduce or enlarge the view of the document from as small as 3.13% to 6400%. You'll see that the current magnification level appears in the Document tab here, as well as in the Zoom level at the bottom or on the menu bar, as well as in the Zoom menu on the bar. Somewhere here. I'm sure it does because it says it does, right? Well, I'll tell you where I find it, and I find it at the very bottom of the panel, which is down here. And then the following figure will show you the current magnification level, which it does. In addition to the zoom tool, Illustrator offers a number of other ways to zoom in and out of your document. One of the quickest and easiest is to press Control if you're on a PC or Command if you're on a Mac, and then the plus sign, and that will allow you to zoom in, minus sign, I think, and Control minus or Command minus will on the Mac will allow you to zoom out or reduce the view. When you zoom in on a document to make it appear larger, eventually the document will be too large to fit in the window. Therefore, you'll need to scroll to see other areas of it. You can use the scroll bars along the bottom. Let's get in here quite tight. You can use these scroll bars, or you can access the hand tool to also pull the document around. Now, if you do like I've done and totally misplace the artboard altogether, all you have to do is do a Command 0, not O, but Command 0, and that will bring that right back into your view. The best way to think of understand the concept of the hand tool is to think of it as your own hand. If you could put your hand up to the document on your monitor, and then move the document left, right, or up and down. I think I did that backwards. I must be tired. Up and down, left and right. This is analogous to how the hand tool works. Oh my goodness, sorry you guys. It's really not that late. It's only 9:30. I've been up since 5. Maybe that's it. All right, so many illustrations involve using measurements to position and align objects. You'll find that Illustrator is well equipped with a number of features that help you with these tasks. We're going to just take a look at a couple of these. Holy moly, look at all this we have to do. I'm going to rush through this. All right, so rulers are positioned at the top and the left side of the pasteboard to help you align objects. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to View, and I'm going to go to Rulers, and I'm going to show rulers. And then I'm going to click and drag this little crosshair that I got up in the upper left-hand corner of my document, and I'm going to drag it right to my upper left-hand corner of my document artboard. And then you'll see that the 0 is established as the starting point for both the horizontal and vertical rulers. So if you click, drag, and drop from the top, that drops a horizontal line, and if you click, drag, and drop from the side, that drops a vertical line. And I'm pretty sure we're probably at least 15 minutes, and I don't really like to run these much longer than that, just simply because it's too hard to upload to YouTube. So I am going to sign off here, and I'll be back with you to finish out this PowerPoint in just a few.